Hello folks, this is Kevin from Good Day, Good Prayers. Today we're talking about finance. This morning, silver dropped back to $77 an ounce. That will happen on a rather regular basis. Silver is going to move up and down, but you will find that the basic trajectory is going to be upward. Silver is a very good investment. This is an investment that the Trump administration has been calling a good investment. And the people who do the financial end of things for the administration have been talking about silver for quite a long time. President Trump is one of the people that is very supportive of silver, of gold, and the idea of copper, as well as some of the cryptocurrencies. If you watch Eric Trump and you watch Don Jr. on some of the videos that they make, you will find out which cryptocurrencies that they believe you should follow. This is a complete about-face from other administrations, because most administrations did not want the American people to be successful. They limited the number of investments that you could get into and make money. The only people that were really making money under the old guard were those people that already had money. If you had money, you could make money. If you didn't have money, there was almost no way that you could get into the club. It was very difficult. Now, President Trump and the people that are a part of his administration are kind of telling us what directions we should go for the investments that we want to make. Well, I'm going to say this, that silver, and I've said this a few times, silver not only a good investment. The reason it's a good investment, number one, it's a natural antibiotic, okay? Number two, when it comes to technology, which is where we're at in this time in history, is technology. Everything that you see about silver is that a lot of various technologies, including the military, as well as other sources, are going to require silver. Silver is going to wind up at a premium for price because of the fact that there are so many people out there that run specific types of companies and organizations that need silver. It's not just a medical thing, but it's also a technological thing. The same is true with copper. There are some aspects of the technology end of things that copper can actually take over a little bit for silver. And that, even though the silver is going to be the best choice, the copper price will eventually catch up, I believe, to silver, because of the fact that it's going to be necessary. With the number of years that it's going to take for the mines to come up, the silver mines, it may very well be a situation where copper has to take over in some of the aspects. And even though it may only be 80 or 90% as good as silver, it's still going to be a choice that can be made. And that is ultimately going to cause copper to go to the moon as well. So you're going to see two really great investments there. The other one, as I said, is the cryptocurrencies. And the sons of President Trump are telling us which ones to get into, which ones are going to really grow. One of the examples that they have given is that the Ripple Bank is going to be taken over for a lot of the banking system that we presently happen to have in place. You're already seeing some of the large banks beginning to falter because of all the contracts that they had signed for silver. And some have estimated that they actually wrote contracts for 300 times the amount of silver that's actually in existence. That's why the mining will be so important, is because of the fact that there is going to be a need for silver in the future. The military, through their various events that they're going to have, where they're going to be recruiting silver for various technology kinds of products that they're going to need. That's going to be very big, but it's also going to come to the fact that copper is going to be in that same league. Now, the one thing we haven't really discussed about copper is that it also has a medical part to play, and that is that it helps with pain. So you have one that helps with pain, and of course the silver, a natural antibiotic. The interesting thing, and I'd like to bring this out at this time with silver, you can use it as a topical. If you have some kind of a skin infection, maybe a situation of a cut or something of that nature, you can actually put silver topically on there. And you can look that up and find out how to do it. It's through something called colloidal silver. But you can also take it internally. I drink water with silver in it sometimes. I don't do it all the time, but it has really helped my immune system. I don't tend to get the flus and all those other things that come through. I do get allergies from time to time. The other day I took down the flocked tree that we have. That's a tree that has that artificial snow on it. And I had some allergy problems from that for a day or two. My eyes tend to burn and my nose tends to run. My eyes will kind of seep out of the corners here because of the allergies. But within 24 hours, that's all gone, and I don't have a problem with that. But the other good thing is that I also don't have a problem with getting the flus and all those other things that people get, the colds and so on. One of the biggest reasons why I don't, and it's very simple, I sing, I laugh, I smile a lot. And those things are very good because it helps your emotional health. And your emotional health, when it gets better, what does it do? Well, it helps your immune system so that you're not as susceptible to some of the health issues that happen. On my other channel, it's KW Wayne's Opinions. I do predominantly singing and laughing and things of that nature over there. And the reason that I do those things is because of the fact that those things are good for your immune system. And so by taking the colloidal silver, by eating citrus fruit and different things, and by laughing and singing and smiling, my health is pretty good for an old guy. This is Kevin from Good Day, Good Prayers, and I want you to have a good day. Good day.